also do this with the other characters' stories that you will be going through as well, which is going to be awesome to cycle through and just see how different some of these are going to be. I want you guys to comment down below which perspective in Dragon Ball's story would you like to see that first person view. Using this mechanic is going to be
Krillin getting blown up. I said it, bro. I said it. I gotta see that, bro. I need to see Krillin. You feel me? I need to see it. I'm sorry. It's something sadistic about it, but
I ain't going out tonight. I'm just gonna be in my room. I just wanna be in my room. I just wanna be in my room.
alright, look, yo, I'm tired as hell. I'm really just, I don't know, I'm tired as hell. So I'm not even gonna be doing all the intros and outros and shit. I'm not to react to the complex downfall. Oh, complete downfall. We're gonna check this out. I don't know who that is, but that looked like a good video, and Dante uploaded it 58 minutes ago. But right now we're watching Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Just got amazing news and more. Now we have been seeing a lot of crazy ass gameplay lately. Hopefully I will upload some of that in the future. If not, I mean, y'all got it here on the internet, man. Just look up some phenomenal gameplay. The Japanese players really did their thing, and they showed us a lot more than I expected. Okay. We got a lot from our favorite American YouTubers in this Dragon Ball niche and shit like that. But without further ado, man, we're going to get straight into this one. If you like the video, like the video. If you like the video, subscribe. Additions.tm_on Instagram. issuesversustheworld.com. Man, go get y'all some fire pieces.
We've all been consuming all of the Dragon Ball Sparking Zero footage from Summer Games Fest. Many of the people who reviewed the game at Summer Games Fest to play it early had brought up a solid concern about the camera being glitchy, which is clear to see in many gameplay footages of the camera disappearing on the ground, losing track of characters, or just flat out showing the wrong angles, or sometimes, funny enough, spinning around completely. This was also a very early build, and many items that were shown to the public are expected to change in the coming months. As usually with these game demos, that's what they tell you when you play this, and implore that you say this in your video preview. Well, now that we've been seeing the globally recorded footage from other regions, we can see many other great changes that have already been made to the game that a lot of people are going to be very excited for, while also getting a look at new characters who were not available during the Summer Games Fest build. For all the latest when it comes to Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, hit that subscribe button and notification bell to help raise that 38% even higher. There's a lot more content coming our way.
Is this the same dude? It's the same dude from the Multiverses vids I was watching? It's not possible, bro. Who is this guy?
And I'm hoping that we get another opportunity to publicly play the game before the game launches, and all the latest info for all of that, I will keep you guys locked in, so you don't want to miss out on it. Camera issues in the game are not something that anybody wants. Really and truly, that shit sucks. Especially in an arena fighter for a game where characters are moving incredibly fast, clearing the whole screen in total lengths of just seconds. You'd want the camera to be as accurate as possible. Well, it's been apparent in the overseas footage that the camera's tracking has been drastically improved, and it appears that they're using a more current build in this than in the Summer Games Fest demo. Big rip USA. But they said that this is something that they're going to be continuing to improve, so all the feedback is extremely valuable that we can provide, whether content creators, fans and comments, etc., people on social media. These devs are trying to give us the ultimate experience.
Oh my god, like, why did it take so long for us to finally get game developers that care about their game? Do you hear this? These niggas are listening to the content creators that are commenting on their early build of the game. These niggas are reviewing the comments on the videos of the early footage from their game. They didn't just drop a beta and then say, oh yeah, we're gonna change this, and then drop the full game and not do shit about it, and then drop hella DLCs. Slow down. We're gonna get those DLCs. I promise you. This game is going to milk the shit out of them. I already know it's Bandai, bro, but at least they care about the game.
And I am all for it. They actually reanimated the lip syncing for the English voice dialogue, which is something not many anime games, or typically any anime games, really do.
For real.
You can see how well it's actually done in many of the English intros of the characters' battles. So it's going to be exciting to see how this is done throughout the entire game as we go through the episodic game modes. Also, officially, it's been stated that when you do the episode story mode, you can manually switch to the character that you're controlling and view it from their first person perspective.
What?
I'm talking about like the cutscenes. We see this being done through the Raditz and Goku scuffle as Goku holds him in place.
Yeah, that's what I was
Piccolo to
saying.
land a
Oh
special
my
beam
God,
cannon. And then he does it
dude.
again during the Cell bomb encounter with Goku during his farewell to the Z Fighters during the
Yes,
Cell
I see
games.
this.
I honestly thought this was an actual thing that is just happening. Quite frankly, that they actually designed the cutscenes for it. I didn't know that whoever was controlling it was switching it actively. I think that's a great implementation on their end. And it's a very unique Kojima-ass implementation for a Dragon Ball game to have. Shout out to Metal Gear Solid 3. And it is a really immersive feel while doing this. I never thought to wonder what
telling
Goku's
you,
perspective
bro.
during the scuffle actually looked like. And especially with the emotional impact of it happening during the Cell games arc as well. That's
For
pretty
real,
great.
that shit
It
had
really
me
makes you feel
busting a
immersive
tear,
doing this.
bro.
And you can also do this with the other characters' stories that you will be going through as well, which is going to be awesome to cycle through and just see how different some of these are going to be. I want you guys to comment down below which perspective in Dragon Ball's story would you like to see that first person view. Using this mechanic is going to be
Krillin getting blown up. I said it, bro. I said it. I gotta see that, bro. I need to see Krillin. You feel me? I need to see it. I'm sorry. It's something sadistic about it, but you just gotta see Frieza. You feel me? Right in front of him with the shit. I'm sorry, bro. That shit probably fire as hell.
a whole lot of fun, and I can't wait to see what kind of hilarious stuff you guys are going to write down below. Now, honestly, some feedback that I can give while being a spectator to all of this is straight up, I think the character select screen does need a rework. I get that Goku and Vegeta have a lot of forms, and this is going to be the case for a lot of characters, but having them all on the screen as individual characters looks really silly. And I get it, they probably want to do this so this way they can actually have individual slots to say, hey, look at this, we have 164 plus characters in this game. That's 164 slots. I get it, that's cool and all. I think they should really consider going back to the Tenkaichi 3 route of the character select screen, where you can click on one character and then cycle from there to their different forms if needed. The menu itself kind of looks bare bones as well right now, so I do hope that that means that they have other options and potential reworks in the pipeline as well as it gets closer to launch. Keeping it minimalist is fine. I totally get why they want to do that, because they want to be able to transition into the gameplay battle screen seamlessly into character intros. I totally get that. It looks really sick. It's a great implementation, I think. But Goku and Vegeta taking up literally 24 slots between the two of them is excessive. Maybe they could...
I'm not gonna lie, people are going to have like way harsher opinions on this. Like, I don't see it as that big of a deal. We already know and expect that Dragon Ball games are gonna do this, bro. In Xenoverse, I mean, I guess it's different because we had costumes in Xenoverse, so it was like different Gokus. But even though we had all those different Gokus, there was still multiple Gokus on the roster. It's a Dragon Ball game. I'm really not surprised at all whatsoever. I am perfectly fine with scrolling through these Gokus. I don't know, it's just not that big of a deal to me. I'm already knowing that what a huge roster, knowing how many Dragon Ball characters there are, you're either going to throw in fodder characters that no one really cares about, or you're going to add 59 Gokus. That's cool, bro. I don't really care. Whatever.
Maybe look into making it optional per player, where we on the player end can select how we want the HUD and characters to be displayed. Maybe make it different optional modes. Please give us something, man, because it's just ridiculous. Characters being hit animations as well as the lighting does overall look improved in the overseas footage, which is great, because I've seen plenty of comments from you guys and many people over the internet saying that the animations and lighting can be a bit too excessive at points, which is fair feedback to say, to be honest. But for those that are watching, if you do have a complaint or notice something, please comment it down below. Let's get a discussion going to signal boost these issues so that we can help them compile it together and deliver the ultimate Dragon Ball game that we all absolutely want.
Thanks.
One other notation is that there were bugs happening with the gameplay of the bigger characters like the Uzara Vegeta, but the footage now shows its gameplay is a little bit more fluid, I guess, but that's gonna have to be left up to somebody to tell from a personal touch.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not
I'm liking this more because it's looking like he's actually getting stunned as a giant character. Honestly, this shit is so goofy that they're even in the game. But I don't know, because how do you balance that? How do you balance great ape Vegeta, and why do they keep showcasing him as a character? Like, I really don't understand why everybody keeps picking this character. But like a great ape Vegeta beating up on a regular sized Beerus is just like, okay, bro, I guess.
But that's gonna have to be left up to somebody to tell from a personal touch. Listen, I'm not a big fan of the larger characters. I never really played as them or cared to. I think it's a cool challenge mode type of deal. Maybe we could have a co-op type of thing set up where we jump them together. And especially in the custom battle mode, I want to see what you guys come up with, because there's some pretty unique stuff in the Dragon Ball fandom. But apparently it's less buggy and it's less glitchy. So we'll just take that with a grain of salt, because that's just word of mouth. I don't really notice a difference myself. Also, in the overseas footage, you can clearly tell that the builds are very different, because I was watching Afro Senju's video and he was reviewing another gameplay, and he said that they were using characters that he didn't even see in his builds to play as, such as Dr. Gero. And by the way,
I didn't know he didn't.
Why is Dr. Gero's gameplay looking this clean? Between him and Berter, I've already seen some fantastic redeeming qualities that might actually get me to play as them. Off rip, this was actually a big concern for me when this game was announced. I was worried that a lot of characters might just be reswaps and echo fighters of each other with no real visual or gameplay differences. That
definitely wasn't afraid of that.
doesn't seem to be a huge issue this time around in Sparking Zero, at least as much from what I can see right here. The devs are implementing each of these.
Personally, like I already knew, because of how different every character is and the fact that there's no CACs. The only reason why they did that in certain other games is because they had CACs to focus on. This is a Tenkaichi game, so they're going to focus on the characters and make sure that each character varies. That's just how Dragon Ball games have always been, aside from like the Xenoverse series where you have like CACs. And that was really the whole build of the game. That's like the only thing that they seem to focus on. And that's how bad the game was, in my opinion. You know, you had all these different races, but the races were like bare bones, I guess. But it was just so much like focus with the QQ bangs and just like everything. Everything was CAC focused, CAC centered. But I personally really liked playing with the playable characters, to a point where me and my friends, we would have endless lobbies where we banned CACs, you know? And it was just fun like that.
These characters to seemingly have unique qualities about them, something that I'm absolutely glad about, because this was an old school issue with arena fighters. I wasn't sure just how much they've come along with development for these things, but hey, if this is what we could expect going forward for other characters and not really seeing reswaps and whatnot, I'm all for that. I think that's really cool. We could already see that a lot of characters have different damage numbers. Of course, that was always a thing. And until we get our hands on the gameplay, I'm pretty sure everybody will have a unique combo notation or combo rotation that they'll be able to do, while also having universal ones that can be done among the entire cast. I haven't really seen much people talk about that specifically, but that's how these games were back in the day. So I would imagine they still retain that quality, but it has been boosted somewhat. Dragon Ball Sparking, man. The more I hear,
so Hercule can run on the ground, but anybody else can't.
Quality, but
or maybe this is just, oh my god, I'm so happy, bro. I'm so happy, because that was one of my only gripes for this game, is that there was no running. Maybe in this version of the game there is. I just didn't like that everybody was flying above the ground.
It has been boosted somewhat. Dragon Ball Sparking, man. The more I hear, the more excited I get, and I hope we have another opportunity for a demo at some point, and it's something that the general public can enjoy and play for themselves. October 11th is less than 4 months away, and while time seemingly may be flying by with all these other games coming up that we have to sink our teeth into, I'm just beyond ready at this.
That's a phenomenal ult, bro.
Point to get into this game. How are you guys feeling? Comment down below and let's get a discussion going.
Glitched to the ground. Did y'all see that? My cam might have been in the way, but he glitched to the ground. Listen, man. Personally, I'm very excited about for and about this game. I have to stop watching so much content though, because it's really burning the game out for me. I did not mean to open Photoshop. It's low-key burning the game out for me, and I don't want to kill my hype, but also I don't know, I'm seeing too much. It's too much content, and I'm really absorbing all of it, okay? We have recorded, we've watched a lot of videos, and I've recorded a good amount of those videos. I haven't uploaded them, our reactions. I don't know why, I just haven't. But, yeah, maybe I'll drop those, who knows? I hope y'all enjoyed it, though. Let me know how excited you are for this game in the comment section below, and also drop your favorite Dragon Ball character. Let me know, is that going to be your main in this game, or do you even know if they're going to be in the game, you know? I don't think they announced Zarbon, which is weird. But yeah, that's all I got, man. If y'all like the video, I'm very excited for this game. I will say it one more time again. If you like the vibe, subscribe. At issues.tm _ on Instagram. issuesversustheworld.com, man. We'll get y'all some fire pieces. And I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Why did it take so long for us to finally get game developers that care about their game?